things are getting bigger, because when you look at something, wanted or unwanted, you become a vibrational match to it, and law of attraction makes you part of the swelling of it, of the growing of it, of the evolution of it, you see. So, we have a few questions for you, not because we don't know the answers, because we have a very clear vibrational awareness of where each of you stands in relationship to what each of you desire. It's just perfectly clear. But the reason that we're going to ask these questions is because we would like to bring you to a more centered place in your awareness. We would like to help you to find that, some call it grounded, we call it essential, that beginning vibrational root of who you are. Because if you can frequently return to your vibrational knowledge, then what happens is you stop all the chatter that doesn't matter, that is preventing you from a clear and, more important, satisfying path to the unfolding of what you want. So, just some fun questions. Call out if you want, or just project with your thoughts. Either is fine, because it's all for you. Do you understand that you are more than this physical body? Is it logical to you that you have been before this physical personality, and that you will begin following this physical personality, that you are eternal, ongoing? Can you feel some logic in that? Can you feel that there is not a veil or a wall, or even really an important differentiation between the non-physical part of you before you were born and the physical part of you now that you are born? In other words, can you stretch your awareness of who you are to include who you really are, the whole of who you really are? Can you acknowledge that you are sourced, that there is a source of you who is in real time aware of you? That's really the question. A non-physical part of you, keenly aware of this physical part of you. Can you find that knowledge? So that means, can you accept that while you are here in this physical body, a part of you, that another part of you remains non-physical, and that we are all weaving in and out and in and out and in and out in the ongoing expansion, evolution, and continual existence of that which we all are? In other words, for expansion, your part is so essential to the equation, and for stability, our part is so essential to the equation. And vibrationally speaking, we are really all one. Can you sort of find that? Can you accept that even though there's so much to see, so much to experience through your magnificent sensors and ability to translate vibration into meaningful life experience, that even though you have that ability to do that, can you sense that there is a whole vibrational world that is moving through you and around you and to you, that is really what is responsible for everything that you see? Can you accept that there is a vibrational world? And can you accept that this vibrational world matters? Can you accept that from that vibrational vantage point, your Earth continues to spin in its orbit in perfect proximity to other planets? And can you accept that that really is not something that any of you, no matter how wise you are, is really doing with your own physical mind? We're asking you, do you accept that there's more to this equation? And does it feel purposeful to you, or was it just sort of a lucky thing that turned out? A sort of random thing that just happened and bam, perfection. We spin in our orbit, eon after eon after eon, in perfect proximity. How odd that must seem if you think it is random. But when you think about the purposeful existence of that which you are, and the importance of the continuing of that which you are, then can you see that the continuance of that which you are and we are, and that all that is really about new ideas calling energy forth into new time-space reality. Do you think that as you're here in this physical body, in this magnificent time and place, do you think that there's another realm somewhere else that is really more complete, more perfect, more finished, that you are striving to join? Yeah, we thought you might think that, but it's not like that. It's not like that. Instead, what's happening is this expansion that we all are is forward looking with you. That's why you matter so much to the equation. You're out here on this leading edge, having first-time exposure to first-time surroundings and first-time exposure to first-time experiences, and you're coming to personal conclusions about what you prefer within it. And as you do that, you're launching these vibrational rockets of desire, which are the reason for the expansion of the universe. We say these things to you because you don't really know how important you are to the equation. And because you don't really know how important you are to the equation, often you squander your importance by being reactionary to what's already manifested, instead of being wise in your energy flow in the creation of the new. Did you follow that just a little bit? When you see something and you know you don't like it, and that's all right, that's what step one is, but then you stay fixated on what's wrong with what you don't like. You hold yourself in a pattern of vibration that does not allow you to be the receiver of the improvement, because the vibration of the question or the problem is different than the vibration of the answer or the solution. So what we're really saying to you, in the lightest way we can say it, and we think you can follow it given the questions that we just asked and that you just answered, you're sort of, most of you, stuck in step one. Sifting and sorting and evaluating what is, so enamored with the physical creation that you've forgotten that you're creator. It would be like being a really wonderful artist who has created a really magnificent statue, and then you just spend the rest of your life, this isn't really as magnificent as we are describing, but then you just spend the rest of your life admiring what you created that time way back then, and not allowing the juices to keep flowing. And so the satisfaction factor of this creation, no matter how magnificent it once was, or no matter how many people once thought it really was beautiful, it will not continue to satisfy you for very long, because what satisfies you is reaching for more and finding a way to line up with the more. What satisfies you is being an extension of source energy and allowing that source energy to flow through you real time. And so when you are reacting for more than a moment to something that's going on in your human environment, when you're reacting to it and holding your consciousness about this thing that you are not really enjoying or not wanting, then even though you've launched rockets of desire, and even though source is all over it, and even though streams of consciousness are flowing to it, and the energy that creates worlds is already flowing toward the creation of the new improvement, if you're holding yourself in awareness in reaction to the problem that you don't want, then you never become part of the solution, and you never feel satisfaction. You never feel a moment of satisfaction, because you know what satisfaction is? Satisfaction is just a word. Like so many words, satisfaction is a word descriptive of the way you feel. And satisfaction is the best word that Esther can find that means what we mean when we say the blending in any moment of the perspective of your human perspective and the perspective of your non-physical God force perspective. When you are looking at anything in a way where you are not in the moment introducing resistance because of a sort of varied, flawed premise from who you really are, you feel satisfaction. In other words, let's say life has helped you to realize that you really could use more money. And in your awareness that you could really use more money, and that awareness might come up often, many times in a day, let's say. So every time that happens, you launch a rocket of desire, a request really for more abundance. And each time you do that, your abundance grows vibrationally in what we are referring to as your vibrational reality. It's like the beginning steps of the creative process. So this vibrational reality, which we've named the vortex because we wanted to get your attention, we wanted you to feel the realness of it, it gets bigger and bigger and surer and surer and stronger, not only because you continue to add to it, but because your inner being is focused upon it, and because law of attraction is gathering the cooperative components for the improvement of this. So you have, without knowing it, created a veritable fortune that is identified as yours. It's yours.